Hello, hello. Good morning. I'm just trying to check my light here, and I'm kind of backlit. Hello, good morning. Welcome to Monday morning. We are talking today about some parenting stuff. My name is Virginia George. I am the author, speaker, and entrepreneur at virginiageorge.com. And is this really bad? It's kind of bad, isn't it? That's not better. I thought I tested this and we were good, but okay, this is a little bit better. Okay, so one sec. We'll turn on this light. Okay. Hopefully that'll make me a little more front lit and less backlit so you can see me. Okay. So hello, good morning. So today, again, my name is Virginia George. I'm the author, speaker, and entrepreneur at virginiageorge.com. And today we're talking about parenting and namely choosing our attitudes. Attitudes are, there's Spider-Man. Our attitudes are something that we get to choose. We get to choose it in pretty much every aspect of our lives. We can say, you made me so mad, or I couldn't help it because he did this. And in reality, our responses are all our choice. They always are. We can choose. I mean, the reality is somebody says or does something that's difficult or frustrating, and we choose to get angry. So I want to talk about, yes, hi. You found your costume?
Yep, it was in my room.
Okay, good. All right. So we get to choose our attitudes. So this is something that I've really been thinking about in relation to my kids. You think about, so just think with me for a moment. You're cooking dinner, okay, and for the 17th time in 4 minutes, somebody comes running in, Mommy, 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 or Daddy, Daddy, and they need your attention, okay? I have two choices in that moment. Well, I have several choices. Come on down, buddy. You can choose to say, what? Or you can choose to say, hey, what? What do you have for me? And all too often, I choose the irritated, Mom, 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 what? What do you need? I'm in the middle of cooking dinner. You were here 5 seconds ago. I'm trying to get this done. Do you want to have food tonight? Do you want to eat tonight? Or do you just want to, I don't know, do you want to run around? I mean, I'm never going to be able to feed you, right? And I can choose my tone of voice, and I can choose in that moment how I'm going to respond to my kids. When we show our kids that what they have to say is uninteresting, unimportant, or irrelevant to us, eventually they're going to stop coming to us. You have to consider, just consider, I've talked a lot about respecting our kids. Consider for a moment, from their perspective, they were doing something, they stopped what they were doing because they thought it was important enough that they wanted to share it with you. Or with me. It was important enough that they wanted to share it. Honey. Hi. Can you go be Spider-Man and play Legos? Maybe Spider-Man needs to go with Iron Man.
Mommy?
What?
We lost Iron Man's hand.
Okay, go look for it.
No, it's nowhere. Maybe that lost in the snow.
Maybe you can go find another guy to play with then. All right.
There's lots of dice.
Okay. So let's just think about it like from another angle for a sec. So what if you're at work and you get a job promotion, okay? And you come home from work and, honey, guess what? You're trying to tell your spouse, guess what happened at work today? And they're like, what? Okay, great, thanks. And they showed you that same disinterested, unimportant tone that we give our kids so often.
Yesterday you said, Mommy. But what's happened to what? That's what you said yesterday.
Okay.
And that was where you did that with deal.
Oh.
And
Okay, buddy.
You said deal.
Okay, can you go play while I finish this and then I can come play with you?
With Legos?
Sure.
There's no Spider.
Okay, then find something else, please.
There's no Spider-Man on Legos.
Okay.
There's no Spider-Man.
Okay,
Legos
maybe Spider.
on
No, but maybe
Legos.
Spider-Man can find some friends to play with.
You can play
Okay.
with me.
All right. So, we're talking about the analogy then of us having something important to say to our spouse and them responding to us disinterested. Like, okay, great, hooray for you.
Mommy.
How would that feel? And now you might say that I'm being over dramatic, that that's not a good example, that adults are different than kids. But I have an example for you, or a situation where the same thing happened to me. Honey, yes, get down please, let me finish this.
I leave my mask to tomorrow so I can eat my cereal.
Okay, go get the milk out. So I have this example of when I'm sorry, he's usually occupied with something, and he was occupied and decided that at this moment he needs to not be occupied. So for example, let's look about almost 2 years ago, my grandma died. My husband and I had been married for almost 10 years at that point, and we were relatively close to her. We saw her pretty much every week. She lived with my parents for quite some time, and during the summertime, we spent a lot of time up at her house. So we knew that she was really ill. We knew that it was going to just, literally be a matter of days before she passed away. And it had been a really hard week, and all week I had kind of felt like he hadn't really heard me, or he wasn't listening to me, or he wasn't being sensitive, and I felt really distant at that point. And so I wasn't feeling like, I was feeling not heard. I was feeling not important. I was, feeling all of those same feelings that our kids so often feel. And I found out early in the morning, it was a Friday, early Friday morning, that she had passed away over the night. About 5 a.m. she died, somewhere between midnight and 5. And so I got, I got a call from my mom to let me know. And it still hit me really hard, because we expected that it would still be a couple more days. We knew it was soon, but we expected a couple more days. Hey, shh. And so my husband actually left for work late that day, and I was sitting on the couch, and I had found out, and I didn't tell him. He walked right past me on his way to work. At that moment, I felt like there was nothing that he could say that would make me feel any better. And I didn't really honestly want his support at that time, because I wasn't feeling close to him, and I wasn't feeling like that was something that was going, in that moment was going to be valuable. I just kind of wanted the space from the situation to kind of figure it all out. And so I let him walk right past me and go to work. Guess how he found out? To my great discredit, he found out on a blog post. I wrote a post called How to Talk to Kids About Death, which, if you're in this situation, is actually a really good post. I looked back through it a few weeks ago when I was going through old posts and updating things. He found out on my Facebook page when I posted on my blog Facebook page about this post I had written about how to talk to kids about death, and I, in the post said that my grandma died today. That is how my husband of 10 years found out that my grandmother had passed away. And I know that he watches this, so honey, I'm really sorry that I was not braver in that moment to stop and talk to you and work through that with you. I'm very sorry. I should have had more courage, and I know that it really hurts you that I didn't share it with you. But that's how he found out, and it was because I was feeling emotionally distant. I was feeling not heard. I was feeling undervalued. Now, can you really tell me that kids are different, that they're not going to have those same feelings? We're all human. all of us. Our kids are human. They have thoughts and they have feelings and they have dreams and fears. They have all of those things, and so do we. And eventually, sorry, my husband is actually calling me. Eventually, they're gonna stop coming to us because we are not interested in what they have to say. We don't make the time for them to say what they need to say to us or what they want to say to us. And maybe that's okay today. Maybe that is actually really great that they stop coming to us while I'm trying to cook dinner 14 times. They come running in. But what about those emotionally vulnerable moments each kid has? We always think about the teenage years, but let me just tell you right now, I've got an 8 and a 10-year-old, and there is plenty of drama. There are plenty of emotionally vulnerable moments. Sometimes I feel like my 8-year-old, like she lives in Mean Girls. Like there's so much going on with the girls in her classroom, it just feels like Mean Girls, like the movie Mean Girls. I mean, it's just people are catty and I'm not going to be your friend and just all this stuff, and it's dramatic. And in those moments, I want her to feel comfortable coming to me. I want to create and nurture this environment where my kids know that I'm safe, that whatever is bothering them, that they can come and talk to me. When they get really excited because something great happens, I want to go tell Mom because I know she's going to be so excited for me. And when something bad happens, I'm going to go tell Mom because I know that she's going to be there for me and she's going to support me and she's going to love me through this. And that is the environment that I want for my kids. And it starts way back here. It starts back in I'm cooking dinner and I get interrupted 100 times, or I'm sitting down and I'm trying to write a blog post and somebody comes running up. It comes in all of those moments, and it comes in my attitude towards them. So today I just want to encourage you to listen to your tone. Just consider the way that you would feel if somebody spoke to you in that manner, and just realize that we have the power to choose our attitude, that we're not subject to some great cosmic something. We have the power within ourselves to choose our attitude, to choose how we're going to respond to our kids and to our spouse, and really in every aspect of our lives. But in particular today, we're just talking about kids. So thank you for being here with me today. Please feel free to visit me over at virginiageorge.com, and you can sign up for my newsletter. And I'm going to get my feed set up here really quick so it'll start automatically putting my posts out to you. But and you can actually get a free kind of a tip sheet for housework kinds of things. I'm going to switch up my my offering here pretty soon to something new because I've had that one for a while. So head on over and check me out. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Let's take today and let's choose our attitude. Let's listen to our tone. Let's have kids grow up that are compassionate and loving, and all of the things we want to see in adults. So have a great day. Thanks.